Now, Chris, we've heard about the fatal six. Can you just emphasise once again why they're so important?
We just can't accept the idea that people lose their lives through their work or by coming into contact in some way with our industry. And to help us to deal with the causes of these most serious incidents, the industry has distilled down from its accident statistics and identified these six categories, the so-called fatal six, where people are most likely to be seriously harmed as a result of our operations. And it just follows that if we can really focus on those areas and make effective improvements as an industry, then we're going to make a difference and reduce the number of incidents and hence injuries and deaths. It's not to say that there aren't other important areas to concentrate on, because of course there are. It's just that these are the six identified as having the most significant potential. So, let's focus on those. And the strategy itself is clear, that we will firstly have an unrelenting approach to eliminating the things that can kill or seriously harm people. I mean, that's clearly the fatal six. Ensure as an industry that we develop competent, committed leaders. And one way that the MPA is helping with that is through our Safer and Healthier by Leadership seminars. That we promote recognition as a means to support a positive culture. And again, the MPA can help in that regard through the MPA and British Precast Health and Safety Awards. That we create forward-looking measurement systems. So part of the Vision Zero package is a balanced scorecard of leading and lagging indicators. That we help members to develop workplaces where health and well-being is protected and promoted. And we can do that by providing clear, simple, smart, deployable resources for them to use. And finally, promoting and facilitating engagement with members. The more of us who really engage with this vision, the stronger we will be and the more likely we will be to succeed together. So it's a refreshed approach focused on the causes of the most serious incidents, based on the fatal six and designed to be a springboard for further progress on our journey towards zero. And this, of course, is what our chairman has launched today.
Chris, can we talk about values now? What do values mean to you, and what do they mean to the industry?
For me, one important thing has always been about trying to do the right things, identify what seems to be the right thing to do in a situation and do my best to bring it to pass. And I really think that that's reflected in the MPA's new safety values. For me, they're a reflection of doing what's right. Of course, it's right for every worker to feel that they're empowered to stop the job if they feel that it's unsafe. Of course, we won't succeed unless we have engaged, committed and visible leadership at all levels in our organisations. It can't be right to tolerate working conditions which we know to be unsafe. And it just has to be right to ensure that initiatives are implemented properly, clearly, simple, smart, deployable resources, clear principles that make it easy for people to do the right thing. And why wouldn't we share and collaborate together and with the wider industry to ensure that we have all of the best knowledge and good practices and access to those things? And of course, like any good citizen, we should always aim to comply with the law, but aim, of course, to go beyond what's required to what's best, world class, if you like.
Chris, we've seen what people think. How are you going to persuade workers and companies to back Vision Zero? You need people to come with you, don't you?
Yes, of course we do. And in the end, I think it's all about leadership. And we've seen lots of leaders today, people who make a difference, who positively influence people's behaviours. And I think the majority of our members need no persuasion that Vision Zero is right, keeping everyone safe and well by eliminating the causes of serious harm. Nobody's going to argue with that. And remember that this new vision and strategy have been developed by the members through the working groups. approved by our council and the board. It's already a strong reflection of what they want to do. In the end, we all want zero. No one goes to work knowingly seeking to hurt anyone. We all have to make a difference. We can't tolerate the concept of people being harmed through their work. It's just wrong.
Of course, at the Health and Safety Awards every year, we see some great ideas that people have shared that tackle health and safety. If Vision Zero is going to work, sharing and collaboration is going to be key to its success, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's a really important point. And, you know, in the MPA, we encourage our members to work together. So, for example, the Safer by Sharing seminars that we hold, sometimes some of our members do reach out for help, and that help might be provided either by officers of the MPA, but often by fellow members. And of course, a really great example of that is the MPA's annual Health and Safety Conference and Awards. But that is a really good example of sharing good practices that work. In our industry, we tend to be very practical and problem-solving people. And I think that the format of the Health and Safety Awards, the fact that we can see ideas and innovations in action and working and making a difference really appeals to the psyche of our industry and makes it much easier for them to be accepted and disseminated amongst our members.
Chris, the MPA has created a great package of resources and information based on that mantra of clear, simple and smart. What's been the reaction? How have they been received?
The reaction has been generally very, very good, very pleasing indeed. We're working hard to try to make the resources that we're producing for members very user-friendly. As I think I've already said, clear, simple, smart, and to that I would also add deployable. A recent example of that would be the resources that we produced as the COVID crisis began to develop. We wanted to help our members to be able to do the right thing. So we produced some booklets aimed at employees and managers in the field to help them to understand what it is and what it is that they can do to help to keep people safe, and from the employees' point of view, how they can help to keep themselves and their colleagues and their workmates safe. And as part of that package, we also produced some posters and other resources, again aimed at trying to help our members to make it easy for them to do the right things and to put safe working practices in place. And that's just one example. And more recently than that even, we've produced some mental health guidance documents. Prior to all of this, the Latoto package, the Workplace Transport and Pedestrian Interface resource package, again, all aimed at being clear, simple, smart, deployable, helping managers and employees to understand what they can do in order to help to keep people safe. Of course, producing these resources, MPA collaborates closely with other industry bodies. For example, MPQC and the Institute of Quarrying. They helped with training materials relating to isolation and workplace transport. And Quinjact helped by developing the audit for the isolation resources. And very recently, of course, we've collaborated with MPQC in the development and rollout of their new driver competence and card scheme, MP Connect. Again, collaboration and sharing resources so that we provide the best tools that we can for our members and for the industry.
And Chris, how are you going to manage the progress of Vision Zero? You've got some pretty hard targets and indicators. How are you going to use those?
The ultimate test will be whether or not we see a continued and sustained reduction in accident incidence rates, and in particular those relating to the fatal six, the most serious causes of injuries. So we've set ourselves a balanced scorecard, if you will, of leading and lagging indicators. We've retained the well-established lost time injury frequency rate for the sake of continuity, because we can measure back over a long period of time using that measure. And we're aiming for a reduction which is equivalent to a 50% reduction in LTIFR by 2025. Importantly, we've also included a target specifically relating to the fatal six. And in that regard, we're aiming for to be running at zero by 2025. So that's zero fatalities and zero serious injuries, which for the purposes of the measure are defined as reportable incidents. And we've also included a hard target relating to respirable crystalline silica, which is linked to exposures above the well. So again, that thread of focusing on things that can kill or harm people can be seen. The causes of things that can kill or harm people can clearly be seen. We've also begun the process of developing a set of leading indicators. The working group and the Health and Safety Committee were very keen that we had this balanced scorecard type approach of lagging and leading indicators. So with leading indicators, we're trying to look ahead. Are we doing the right things as an organisation? And as members, are we doing the things that will help to reduce incidents?
And finally, Chris, a lot of people have worked very hard on Vision Zero. You must be proud.
I am really proud of Vision Zero, but above everything, I'm proud of this industry, and in particular, I'm proud of the people who work within it and who thoroughly deserve to be kept safe and well every day.